The Last of Us TV series has been filming for some time, and apart from that knowledge, we don't know a lot. And actor Pedro Pascal, who will play the protagonist in the upcoming series, is pushing the fans even further in their patience by dropping some juicy hints. In an interview with comicbook.com, he teased the nature of the show and how filming's been so far. Keep watching this video for all the details. First, how's Pascal's experience been as Joel? It was revealed a while ago that the ever-talented Pascal would play the protagonist of The Last of Us TV series, and it was certainly thrilling for the fans of the video game who eagerly await the television rendition of their favorite game. But how's Pascal liking the experience? The 46-year-old is no stranger to huge roles, so is the new show doing justice to his otherwise fulfilling career? Apparently so. In the interview, Pascal said that while the filming has been harrowing, he's been having a great time. In his own words, the show is covered in spores and stickers and the elements of Alberta. He also said that he doesn't know whether he'll be able to make it. And having heard that, fans assumed Pascal was talking about the second chapter in the Last of Us franchise, but Pascal specified that he wasn't. He clarified that while he knows what happens to Joel, he's afraid he won't be able to make it that turn of the plot. Fans are concerned that the changes that were mentioned by the producers of the upcoming show would be made to the heroes as well. Could it be that a defining part of the plot would be skipped in the new show? Joel's death at Abby's hands was already a divisive topic in the gaming community. The game's sequel implied that the players would constantly switch between Joel and Ellie throughout the adventure. However, soon the perspective would change to Ellie and Abby. Afterwards, fans were informed that Joel had killed Abby's father, a firefly, whose death Abby and her gang members avenged by beating him to death as well. For many, this change marked another tactic of forced diversity on the game's part, while others just didn't like it because they'd grown attached to Joel's character, having played as him for the entire Last of Us Part 1. So the show abandoning the storyline could very well be to please these fans. But how else would they deal with that part of the game? That's another question bugging the fans, and we guess we'll just have to wait for Pascal to be sneaky in his hint dropping once again. Next, Pascal has been interacting with fans in other ways too. The Chilean-American actor is making up for a lot of silence from the production team regarding the show's status. Apart from the media appearances, he's also using social media to interact with the eager fans. What happened was a fan getting lucky enough to spot Pascal on the set of The Last of Us, and like any normal fan would, they went straight to cameraman mode and recorded the entire duration they had their eyes on Pascal. The video showed Pascal and Bella Ramsey as Joel and Ellie respectively, riding a horse into a university building in Calgary, Alberta. Pascal soon realized that he was being filmed with an excited individual behind the camera, and so played along. He pointed straight into the camera and said, "After my class, I went to the library. Who would have thought that I would be able to see Joel Miller and Ellie Williams in my window?" The video was posted by Donna Cachet, and they followed it up by telling that the crew covered the windows with black curtains once the video had been filmed. Humorous that it was, the video earned tons of likes and retweets. It showed a different side to Pascal, who's usually quite earnest on screen. It was also an assurance for the fans that the essence of the game is being captured when it comes to backgrounds, props, and even costumes. When will the show come out? The one thing Pascal hasn't revealed is anything to do with the show's schedule. That includes the release date, as well as the gap between the 10 episodes that will come out, if there are going to be any. Of course, production restrictions have been preventing the cast from revealing some key details, which is making fans go even crazier with suspense. The show's still in the process of being filmed, so a release date is far from sight, but knowing exactly when it would be released would certainly have soothed those anxious nerves. When the video game first came out, it was a huge hit for Sony's PlayStation. The more recent Last of Us 2 attracted even more attention, and even those who hadn't played it the first time around caved and gave it a shot. A massive fan following desperately awaits this show, so it better be good. It's been claimed that the show is set to be released sometime this year by HBO, but nothing has been confirmed, so we can't say anything for sure. Up next, a new director has joined the Last of Us team. TV shows usually involve multiple directors, all combining their talents to make the show pop. The same's been done to Last of Us by HBO, which has called forth director Ali Abbasi to join the director lineup. He's supposedly filming the 9th and 10th episode of the show. Alongside Abbasi, Nadim Carlson will act as the director of photography for these episodes. The two had previously collaborated on the 2018 film Border, and then 2021's The Long Night. This chemistry should work to the anticipated show's advantage as well. What do these missing characters mean? Two important game game characters from the video game are missing in the upcoming show's character lineup. This absence might change the story a lot, and kind of goes against writer Neil Druckmann's assurances to the fans that they are staying true to the game, since he's also the one who developed it for Naughty Dog. These characters are Sam and Henry, and haven't yet been confirmed by the show, and it's unlikely that it would be anytime soon. Filming is nearing its end, and there haven't been any announcements so far. Sam and Henry, who are twin brothers, lose their lives to the dangerous virus. The large age gap between them leaves Henry in a parental position during their time in the game. Sam catches the virus and doesn't tell anyone, but when he starts showing symptoms, his own brother has to carry out the agonizing task of killing him. And the guilt, quite literally, kills Henry as well. Sam and Henry are important characters because they display an important dynamic that's also found between Ellie and Joel. Just like Sam, Joel is also forced into a fatherly role where he struggles to make the younger person obey and do what's collectively the best for them. By skipping this important storyline, the show is excluding a meaningful parallel for the main characters, and this may result in a show that seems a bit incomplete. Apart from losing that great parallel, Henry and Sam would also represent two further deductions to an already sparse team of people of color characters. However, the cast has some level of diversity that's pleased the fans. How can HBO expand the show in a meaningful manner? The Last of Us TV show could potentially change the way people think about game adaptations. The staggeringly talented cast and equally brilliant team of directors has everyone's hopes up, but one of primary concerns is just how much of the original game would be taken forward to the show. Pascal's recent interview already made a few fans a bit wary about what's to come. He apparently may not even die on the show, something that's been predestined for his character Joel, according to the game's second chapter. For some fans, they think that striking a balance in the show's content is the most crucial task of the production team right now. Making a good game adaptation shouldn't necessarily mean including everything verbatim, but choosing the best storylines, and of course the most significant ones, and stringing them together in a cohesive manner. Another thing the team should be focusing on is the cinematography. The Last of Us has some striking visuals, so beautiful shots layered with beautiful editing is a major expectation from the show's production team. In this day and age, and with a giant like HBO at its back, it won't be difficult for the producers to get the very best equipment and individuals for top production modifications and enhancements. Despite no announcements regarding its release, the show seems to be at an arm's length. The wait is real, and with each passing moment, it gets realer. So it would be a true bummer if it doesn't turn out to be good. Guess we'll just have to wait and see now. That was it for today's video. What are your expectations from The Last of Us TV series in terms of quality? Do you think the production team will do the hit game justice? Let us know in the comments below. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel where we post similar videos quite frequently. We'll see you in the next one.